Man, what's up, y'all? I'm back with my first YouTube video, and we're going to start off with a highly anticipated blowout taper tutorial. Everyone wants this haircut nowadays, so I felt like it was only right. But I'm recording the voiceover right now for this video. As you can see, the video is right here being edited as we speak. And I just wanted to record a little video to kind of give an introduction on the channel before we get into it. You feel me? So put down below what other tutorials y'all want me to do, and I'll put as many videos out there as I can. I mean, I'm a 19-year-old booked out barber, self-taught before I went into barber school. I am a licensed professional, but I was self-taught before that. And I feel like most of my processes and most of my systems I kind of found out on my own, so I feel like I'll do a pretty good job with trying to explain it and break it down to y'all. If y'all have any questions, drop them down below. I'll be sure to try to answer as many as I can, and I'm not perfect myself, so I can help y'all and y'all can help me. Now let's get into it. Here it is, the blowout taper, the low taper, whatever you want to call it, tutorial. I don't know about y'all, but I get endless amounts of requests for blowout tapers and tutorials in general about blowout tapers. It's a very popular haircut right now, so you need to learn how to do it. To start off, I like to make the shape of the haircut by doing clipper over comb to kind of set a foundation. This haircut requires having a lot of hair, so it helps clean it up so you can actually see what you want to do. Next, I'll go in with usually a 3 guard, but I cut this client multiple times before, so I knew I can go in with a 2. But usually I'll go in with a 3 so I can make sure that I don't make the hair too light. And I'll cut in and set a foundation with a scooping out motion. And I'll follow the shape of the hair and the shape of the head. This helps give you that blowout look effortlessly without having to do multiple steps, so it also saves time too. Next, I'll set in the ball line with my trimmer upside down. I see a lot of people doing it with their trimmer flipped the other way, but I don't understand why you would do that, because that just makes it harder. You set in a more harsh skyline, so it's hard to take out. Next, I'll go in with my clipper all the way open, and then I'll lever play to get that line out below. And you see, when I'm blending out this line, I'm doing a lot of corner play and a lot of lever play. This will help you keep the fade low, and you want to use your corners so you don't push the fade up too high, because that's barbers' biggest problem with haircuts like these. They push up the fade too high, so it just takes away all of the client's bulk. Next, I'll go in with my 1 guard open, and when setting this guideline, you want to start flicking out, because you're starting to get closer to the bulk and you want to start blending into the bulk. Next, I'll get my half guard, and when using your half guard, same thing as before. You want to lever play and you want to use your corners so you don't push up the fade too much. I see this other half guard that Stylecraft has, and it has like longer teeth on the guard. I don't like using it on my tapers because I like having that tight guard so I can get a tight blend. Next, I'll go in with my 1.5 guard. I'll do this all the way open, and as you see, I'm flicking out with the haircut because I'm starting to get up to the bulk and I'm blending into the bulk. It's okay if the fade doesn't fade the first time. You want to keep going over it and keep detailing it until the fades as smooth as you possibly can have it. Damn, I just said fade about probably like 7 times right there. I'm sorry for that. Next is the best part about the haircut, in my opinion, the neck lineup. When doing this, you want to make sure you cut that overhang, because that overhang will make the haircut not look as sharp as it should. The biggest part about a haircut, in my opinion, is the lineup. And that goes for the lineup on the front, and even the lineups on the back, and the lineup around the ear. All of that comes together and helps make the haircut and the fade pop more than anything else. Now this system that I'm showing you on this haircut, I legit use this system on every single blowout taper that I do. This gives you a consistent look and it gives you a consistent system. Now when sectioning off the side from the top, at first when I first started, I thought if I sectioned off the bulk with the top, it would help me keep the bulk more, because I mean, in hindsight that makes sense because you're not cutting into it. But what I realized with more of cutting, when you section off the bulk with the fade, it helps you actually see the bulk and see what you're keeping and see what you're cutting off. So it helps you preserve the bulk more, and it helps you actually blend into the bulk better than if you just sectioned it with the top. As you can see, when I do the ball line, I do it with a triangle shape. This helps you keep the edges dark, which gives it that more like enhanced look without being enhanced. You see, when I'm lining up around the ear, I comb through the hair multiple times and go over it multiple times. With bulky haircuts like this, you have to do that because you'll put a line, you'll line up around the ear and then you'll comb through it. Next thing you know, you can't see your line anymore. That's how it is with these haircuts. So you have to keep going over it multiple times so you get every single hair that you possibly can. same steps that I did on the back. And I keep the same shape of the ball line that I first put in. This helps keep a consistent blend. Just like I said while fading the back, make sure you use your corners and make sure you lever play. This will keep the fade lower so you don't push up into the bolt. As you can see, when I start using the bigger guards and start blending more into the bulk, I kind of use the comb to feed the hair into the teeth of the blade. This helps me control what I'm cutting and make sure I'm not cutting anything that I don't want to cut. Now when lining up the C-cup, I found it to be easiest when you put a line at the top and put a line at the bottom. All you have to do is use the corner and play connect the dots. When cutting hair, I found the biggest thing that I felt like barbers mess up. They make it too hard on themselves. You can do little things like putting the line at the top and putting the line at the bottom of the lineup just to make it easier on yourself, so why not? Don't overcomplicate the haircut. That's how you get lost and that's how you mess up. And I did the same steps on the other side, so I didn't record it, but make sure you do the same exact steps on the other side so you can keep both sides consistent with each other. Barber, start using the straight razor on the lineup. This will make the lineup last longer and make it pop more. Stop being lazy. Now I'll go in and saturate the hair. And in my spray bottle, I like to put water and sea salt spray. The sea salt spray gives it more of a hold. So if you make partings and sections, they will hold better. And also just helps texturize the hair. And when cutting the back, I take vertical sections starting from where the bulk starts, and I'll slightly angle my fingers out a little bit to give it that flare out look. And I'll do this all around the back by the neck taper. And then I'll just smooth it out after doing that with shear over comb, just to knock out any slight lines that are still left. Then I'll section the top on the parietal ridge and comb over the bulk to one side and then comb over the top to the other side. This helps me section everything off so I can make sure I cut the hair that I want to cut. And you'll see I'll take horizontal sections from where the bulk ends on the back to the side, and I'll connect everything through. vertical sections help a lot with haircuts like these because it helps blend everything in, but it also gives it that flare out look and then layers the hair where it can give it that blowout look. And I'll even do this on top of the taper to make sure that the bulk blends in well to the taper. When cutting the top, I point cut the whole top. This gives it as much texture as it possibly can, and it makes even straight hair like this look texturized. I'll cut however much length that he wants off around the front into the sides, and when you cut into the sides, it'll connect all the way up into the hair on the top. And then after that, I take a mohawk section all the way down the middle, and I'll take it all the way to the bulk in the back to connect everything. After that, all I do is stand behind the client and I connect each side to the mohawk section length. Rounded sections to connect it to the bulk. styling hair, I've learned that it works best when you use a combination of a diffuser and blow-drying wash scrunchie. This will help give volume and texture to the hair. And please, please, please don't be lazy. Blow dry the hair until it's completely dry. This will help the next two products that we're about to use actually work how they're supposed to. Next, just add in a texture powder of your choice. Most texture powders work the same, so it's not really, you don't really need a specific one for this. And then just for the little details, I like to add a matte clay, just like the one that I'm using right now. I really like this clay. If you're seeing this, sponsor me. But I'm not sponsored. I just really like this clay. This clay is what worked best for me. And I'll apply it to the hair, and this helps you mold the hair to however you really want it. Let me know what y'all think about the haircut down below. Let me know what other haircuts y'all want me to show. I'm not perfect myself, so if there's anything that you see that I could have done differently, let me know down below. And I'm always open to learn more. Man, later, y'all.